Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
The National Technology Centre for Ports, Waterways and Coasts, that is NTCPWC, has been envisioned as the Centre for Technological Innovations and Evolution of New Ideas and Breakthroughs for the port and the maritime sector. Let's know more about it from the head of Centre for Ports, Waterways and Coasts, Dr. K. Murli.
We are created as a technological arm of the Ministry of Shipping, Atmanirbhar Bharat, in the sector of port, shipping and waterways as early as possible and as much as possible in various sectors in the operations of ports, waterways and shipping activities of this country. The port, shipping and waterways is a major spoke in the economy of this country, and all the imports and exports take place through this particular through their activities in the port, shipping and waterways. And therefore Atmanirbhar Bharat is not only an effective way to cater for the needs of the country, it's also a very it's also a very sustainable way by which we can satisfy the requirements of this country in the shorter term and also going forward for the future generations. So this is the vision with which this center has been started, and the primary focus is to achieve independency as far as the technologies that are used in the day-to-day activities of ports, the national waterways and the various logistical movements of import and export of cargo in this country. So as a result of that, this center was created in the year 2018 as by an agreement between Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways and IIT Madras, and myself, Professor K. Murli, is the professor in charge who will lead this effort. And I have my colleagues in the Department of Ocean Engineering, in the Department of Civil Engineering, in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and in other departments in supporting these activities. So we work in various areas, creation of ports, modification of ports, strengthening and the improvement of ports, and also expansion of the ports for future. And this specifically refers to 3 programs of the Government of India, which is Maritime India Vision 2030, Amrit Kaal, that is Vision 2047, and also the efforts towards creating a blue economy in this particular country. So therefore, focusing on these efforts, we work in various spheres in this particular domain. We work on the water side, on vessels, development of vessels, design of vessels, etc. Also navigation of the vessels in the ports and designing of vessel navigation infrastructure, that is the channel, the navigational aids, the hardware and the software required for that. Management of the observation and the management of the environment in the port, such as waves, currents, sediment motion, the dredging activities, the wind activities, etc., in a smooth and efficient operation of the ports. We are at the 360-degree simulator of NTCPWC. This is a PPP project which is done between NTCPWC and an industry which is ARI, which is based in Delhi. And the entire simulator is developed with the joint effort. We had provided the technical know-how, and ARI also brought in their technical know-how. We provided the facilities. It's a 360-degree simulator, meaning that the visuals, as I am stationed on the bridge of a vessel, I can get the entire visuals what I will see in a port. Now you can see that I am in the bridge of a vessel, and I am in the Hooghly river near Kolkata docks, and I can see the entire river, and I can see the bank on the other side. I can also see the back of the vessel. I can also see the other parts of the river, and I can see the port, the facilities on the shore, the tank forms and the berths and other facilities on this side of the visual. So therefore it's a real-time facility which helps us do feasibility studies of navigation in a particular water body, navigation in a particular port, whether the space is sufficient, whether I can operate the vessel safely at the given wind and wave conditions and the current conditions, whether the safety protocols are to be certified or to be fine-tuned and certified. All these feasibilities can be tested. It also, therefore, it is also used for training purposes of pilots and the navigators. Because it's funded by the Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways, upfront this facility is equipped with all the major ports of India, all the 12 major ports of India, and therefore all the port models are brought in to the 360-degree simulator, and also over 300 typical vessels databases are included in the simulator. Also the National Waterway 1 is included in the simulator. So therefore I can pick up any port and do a navigation study in the simulator, and right now we can see that the simulation of the Kolkata docks is running here. And I can also do, if a new facility is to be constructed, whether the facility will be operatable in a safe manner, and what are the provisions and the standard operating protocols that are needed can be ascertained from this simulator. I can also ascertain what is the maximum wind condition and in which I can operate. I can also ascertain what is the maximum wave condition in which I can operate. I can also ascertain what is the speed of the vessel, of the operation of the vessel, and any safety profiles need to be developed that can be developed in this simulator. So it's a one of the world-class simulators that we have at NTCPWC, and this is used for real-time simulation purposes. This the equipment cluster is a very wide cluster of equipment that we had put here. That is a steering wheel, and we have all the controls that you see in the bridge of a vessel. The radar inputs are provided, the electronic charts are provided, all the equipment cluster is provided here. The environmental inputs are coming, which as they will appear in the vessel, they also appear through different panels here. We have 2 sets of radars and 2 sets of electronic charts. We also have a chart table here for discussions and fine tuning of the maneuvers. We also have the entire data coming here, and therefore I can operate here a twin engine vessel with 2 or 3 tugboats. The tugboats will be operated from the tug stations in real time. So I can put a master and a pilot here, and the pilot and master will interact with the tug masters in real time at the tug stations. The tug stations are provided here for the purpose of operating the tugs. We have 2 tug stations in this facility. One tug station is here, and we also have a second tug station on the other side as you come here. So the 2 tugs can interact with the main bridge by means of wireless, and they will receive directions for how to operate the tugs so that the vessel's safety is ensured. We also have the complete controls of the tugs. We have an aerial view. We also have a bridge wing view here, and you can enter the bridge again. In this particular simulator, we also provided the the downward view from the bridge, you can see the water, and you can also see any structures which are protruding in the water and adjacent to the vessel. So it's a world-class facility developed in the year 2019-20, and it has been operating for the past 4 or 5 years beneficially for several projects. More than 30 projects have been completed in this particular simulator.
And coming to the shorefront facilities, we work on the interface between the vessels
and the landside structures such as berths and quays and wharves. And then we also work on the quayside in designing and developing and managing the operations on the land side, that is on the berths, in terms of import and export of cargo and evacuation of the cargo from the berth to the interland, and also movement of the cargo from the interland into the vessels. So these are all our spectrum of operations, and any activity which is relating to this is being done at this particular center. Over the time, we had handled about 12 research projects in various areas related to port shipping and waterways. We also carried out about 100 advisory projects such as consultancy assignments, etc., wherein we advise the various stakeholders in designing, implementing and improving their facilities, and these are our sphere of activities. To achieve a certain amount of technology readiness level up to 9 to 12, so that these products become commercially operatable and they become commercially viable. And in that chain, the end of the chain will be creation of startups through those innovations, and those startups become commercial enterprises and entities. So this is the complete chain that we deal with, and some of the products that I mentioned are worth mentioning. These are starting from our dredging management system or online dredging management system, what is named by the ministry and inaugurated by the Minister for Port Shipping and Waterways as Sagar Samriddhi. And this system is a system which will be helpful, which will help the industry to monitor the dredging activities, which enable the vessels to move in and out of the ports in a smooth manner, and to monitor them, monitor the dredger movements, monitor the dredging productions, monitoring the dredger performance, and therefore the net benefit that is accruing in the port. So it's an online tool interfaced with the vessels in order to achieve, in order to monitor and observe the production levels. The vessel traffic management system, which has been developed in this laboratory, and this system is a system which is basically helping the vessel operators, the port operators, to ensure smooth movement of the vessel in and out of the ports, and their activities basically start from the anchorages in the ports and their movements into the port and arriving at the berth, and then the berth side operations, and then as the vessel is ready to leave, their movement is guided and monitored and managed by this particular tool. So it's a combination of a software and several hardwares which are deployed for observing the vessel, including the radars, VHF communication devices, and also several other environmental monitoring devices. So in building this, India has not only achieved kind of Atmanirbhar Bharat in this particular domain, it also secured its coastlines from any other external threats, because the software is indigenous and is completely controlled and operated by us, and we are now completely sure that the data that is produced through this software is secured within this country. It's not going away anywhere from this particular country. So therefore, this is a completely indigenous solution, and having developed this solution and demonstrated this in several ports, including the Tuticorin port or Vivo Chidambaranar port in Tamil Nadu, and Paradip port in Odisha, and also being deployed in the Chennai port and the Mangalore ports. So therefore, this is a tool which is very much useful for the port operators, and also it's useful for the vessel operators.